Zed Peace, welcome to Easy Does It.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you so much for saying yes to this podcast. So we had a little conversation before we rolled just now, and I am genuinely surprised because this whole time I really thought you were a serious guy.
As how I talk.
Your looks, based on your social media presence, I really thought you were a bit unapproachable because, like,
oh no lah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even on social media, I'm always an open book.
Yeah.
In terms of not sticking to just one thing.
Mm.
But I would say I would like to perceive myself as off camera, I'm the same person.
You are
essentially. Yeah.
Okay, so how would you describe yourself? Because this is how I picture you, right? Like, I know you as, I think me and like most Bruneians like know you as a musician, right?
Mm.
So macam like whenever I see you pop up on like social media, here, there, everywhere, like you seem like, I thought it was like a persona that you put out because you look serious. But now you're here, you're like all smiley, like you actually have a really charming smile.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I think it's. I think I've always been that way. Mm. Maybe.
Are you shy usually?
Yeah, I guess like introverted at times, but then again, I consider myself an artist as well. So it's mostly about doing music projects, but other than that, like I'm just a regular like Bruneian as well.
Yeah.
Nothing special about anything I do, but I would like also just to, props to you as well. Like I think we might have worked together before.
I remember my friend Adam Hanif directed a music video for you and Nick. Yeah, I was there at skate park.
Oh, you were in the shooting. Okay.
I was there at skate park, but like I was like keeping a distance away because I didn't want to disrupt the shoot, and plus I was also shy. Like,
yeah. So I mean, I know you from the creative scene as well. I don't think we've ever had a conversation.
No, which is why I'm so excited for this podcast. It opens up opportunities for me to like sit down with you and get to know you because that's the whole point lah sebenarnya. I try not to invite people that I know because the conversation will be limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are definitely someone I keep telling myself, if I have a show, you've always been on that list.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so, and off the bat, like I also, when I started doing the podcast thing as well, that was my mindset, Joa. It's almost some of those guests, it's literally meeting for the first time, like on camera.
Yeah.
And that's where the way you hold the conversation, how the discussion goes, that's where like I guess like where you can truly showcase like what you have to offer. And even as I mentioned, like I just did another podcast with Fasting Bro, and it's really nice to see. I think like now I would say the scene is growing.
Yes,
more people are doing it.
Yes. And
yeah, if you want to invite me to your show, if you guys like really just do it Izzy did, just send a message and like
you know how many times I type delete.
Oh no, why? Why do you
That's
do that?
how nervous I was in like reaching out Pasal. I'm just like, shit, would he like, obviously I'm scared of rejection.
Wait, okay,
right?
I guess look at it this way. Like what if it's an actual big celebrity that you need to invite? Like I guess what you did to me, which was just genuinely inviting you just genuinely invite somebody, and if they say yes, good. If they decide to say no, because of course you'll always get guests who might be reluctant to to actually be on camera. And that's something interesting as well. How do you maneuver when that happens? And there's always a way. I think at the end of the day, people do enjoy now that they kind of know the format. This long, like long form discussion. It's a new thing for everyone, so like it's really nice to see. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now you mentioned
actually before we start.
Okay.
Oh, did I scare you? I actually wanted to give you a gift. So I mean, in the spirit of Raya and all, Fuad might know this. Wait, baby, can you help get me
I'm stressed.
a copy of?
You're stressing me out. What is that? Oh my god, no, is it one of your games?
So yes, Izzy. So actually I gifted it to Fasting Bro as well. It's a copy of my card game, Aggro. So here you go.
Oh my,
Selamat Hari
this is
Raya.
new.
This is my latest game. And do you know anything about it?
No.
Okay, so I do card games as well, and
Yes, you do.
I do game designs as well, and this is one of my latest games. It's a game about farming in Brunei. And yeah, just enjoy. Like, there's tutorials on the Instagram. You can check it out at Comet Games ENT on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
completely fine.
So game's
Do
still
whatever
available.
shout-out you
I
need to
mean,
do.
yeah, not to shamelessly plug, but I actually wanted to gift you the game anyway.
Oh my
So-
god.
Yeah, and yeah, it's something.
I thought he was gonna reach out.
No. I
They
mean,
got Ampaw or something.
oh, you want more?
No. Don't want to get greedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, if it's something that I'm genuinely interested in, whether it's a project, whether
Yeah.
it's anything at all, I like to see it from start to finish, to see everything go fall into place, and I think that's the mindset you need to have if you're in the creative scene.
Yeah.
So even putting together something like this, I can imagine, like, the hurdles you have to go through.
Oh yes. Yeah. I'm very lucky that I met Fuad and Azim. I've always known also.
Yeah,
Who's
so-
in the industry. Yeah. But anyway, I try not to focus on myself too much. But thank you so much for this. I really
No
appreciate it. Before we start talking about you making games, I want to go back to the past. Like, initially, you started off. Okay, so let's revisit your childhood or wherever.
Are we going that far?
Yeah, we're going that far, or whatever you feel like are milestones that brought you to where you are today, and how you started in the music scene. Who inspired you?
I guess like this is something I think about as well from time to time, and I think if I were to look at the jump from the whole time I was doing music, we had I was in a group before, which got signed to a label and all of that. But I would say the big break for me as a solo artist was when I just decided to do a song out of the love of Brunei. Like, for no kind of, it wasn't a commercial project or anything.
Yeah.
And so I wrote Kampong Boy and released that, and it was kind of went on the radios and got a bit of traction. And it was from there that DST suddenly emailed me out of nowhere, just dropped an email and said they want to have a sit down.
Ooh.
And I still remember, like, that was my first kind of commercial project I was involved in. So it was nice to see that from Kampong Boy, that's when people started reaching out
into something.
Yeah.
So, but like, okay, you said you were in a band, right? But before that, like, how did you meet? Was it Mike Bandits? It was Mike Bandits, right?
was a group.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, how did you guys meet each other? Like, how did it form?
Yeah, just the usual, like, kind of high school group of friends.
Yeah. Where did you go to high school?
So I went to GIS for O levels.
Okay.
I was in Samja before, and from there, that's when I was invited. This was Form 1 onwards.
Yeah.
And looking back, actually, that during that time, there were shows, like constant shows and gigs, the JP and all these areas. So got invited to do shows, and that's when I really started writing songs, recording, and
So you were always interested in music.
yeah, I guess
Were you inspired by
around it.
any particular artist back then?
there was a lot. I guess this was hip hop
Who comes to
2000s
mind?
era. Everyone from Tupac, Jay-Z, Lupe Fiasco, Eminem.
Wow.
These were, I guess, my like childhood. This was what I was interested in. The art of writing rap verses, doing songs. So the interest was always there.
Yeah.
And it was school and meeting my peers that we grew together from it. So your average coming up story from school, like, and yeah, from there, that's when, like, you just really go forward.
Yeah. And then how did the group form? They went to GIS as well?
Yeah. So Crow, my other band, Crow and Chaos, we were all there together. And yeah, we just decided one day to let's form combine our powers
Yeah.
and like do what we
With
can.
powers combined,
Yeah.
like bandits, people.
You know what?
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the backstory.
Yeah.
Like nothing too crazy.
Yeah. You also mentioned you guys were signed, like by
Yeah.
who and how?
So that was when we got reached out by Kartel Records, which was
Is
a
it
label. So
Brunei?
no, so that's based in Malaysia. So
Oh.
that was Joe Flizzow's record label, and they reached out and they wanted. Yeah, they flew us in for a meeting in KL.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it sounded.
Oh my
grand.
God.
I mean, essentially it was paid flight tickets and accommodation, but
Wait, how did you feel when how did he reach out to you?
the record label reached out and we had an email discussion. They were saying they like our music and so on. But yeah, and then us just taking the chance, like the opportunity when it came. I mean, nothing much more than that.
I mean, you're so chilled about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? This is something I feel like I should have known, but let me just like tell you, I'm very not into like the music scene. Like I'm very disconnected.
Yeah.
So like I also like don't
And that's
know.
not your fault anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if I guess back then maybe social media was a bigger
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah, that too.
So it was just like nowadays it's music artists are more accessible.
Yes.
You can know who's who
Yeah.
quicker now, essentially, right?
Yeah.
But itulah saja.
So after
And-
Mike Bandits, what happened? Like if it was like, so you guys got signed.
Yeah.
Did you guys do?
So
like-
we had our singles released, and we did the whole. We had shows that were lined up for us and so on.
You guys performed in Malaysia.
We performed in Malaysia, Singapore, like here as well.
Oh my God! How
And-
old were you back then?
No, this was after university, so probably 1920s, like early 20s.
So you graduated and then you did
Graduated,
this.
and then that's when we were doing music videos.
Yeah.
I think that time that was when YouTube was also people were starting to do YouTube. So now we can create our own MTV videos, like DIY style, and it was from there as well. Just doing it out of our passion for the art, and again getting noticed and getting contacted.
Yeah.
And,
Can you name drop with like artists who you've worked with?
well, artists, I mean, mostly in the hip hop scene,
Yeah.
in Malaysia, people like Sono One, Joe himself, Ultimate. But-
God.
I mean, I guess if you're thinking like if we ever got connected to the bigger scene,
yeah.
like no, but I remembered specifically there was a discussion where the label was asking us, who do you want to collab with? And they were saying, do you want to collab with Siti Nurhaliza? Like we can make that happen. And like and as bad as we were, we just not that we declined. Like I think
it
it'd
was
be
not the
crazy.
vibe.
Yeah, I mean, we were just I guess at that time still trying to do our own thing as well. So
That is actually very brave of you to turn down.
we did turn out. So if Siti Nurhaliza are listening,
hope she's
we did turn. It was kind of an ongoing discussion for what projects we want to do. So it was kind of giving us the creative freedom to collaborate who we want to work with, which producers we wanted to work with. So it was it was good times.
Yeah. How many
definitely.
years did this go on for?
Probably 2009 till I went solo. So
Yeah.
2014 onward.
2014. And the whole time, did you like do it full time with them?
No, definitely not. I think that was the issue that we were facing as a Bruneian group in a
Yeah.
Malaysian label. Unless we relocated to KL, almost we missed out on shows and all these like things that were happening because we had commitments here as well.
Yeah.
Like, we were working here, and
But
it was that juggle that eventually we decided to part ways after
yeah.
that.
But why did you guys decide not to relocate?
Why we didn't?
Yeah.
Because of the commitments, I think.
Oh.
It wasn't that easy to just move countries
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It would be taking a huge
That too.
risk.
And you would never know actually like what can come out of it. But we've had success stories. People like
Yeah.
Aziz Haro and Jazz Hayat, like these guys are a testament that, if you do have talent and you really work hard elsewhere, you'll like possibilities are endless.
Yeah. The first time I heard your music was during Raya, because every Raya, me and my 3 cousins would go in a car together and drive, because we'd go to like 20 houses, right? So in between, he would play your music.
Oh,
And
wow.
at that time, I was like, shout out Kahar. I don't know if you know him, Kahar. He's in UK now. But that was the first time I was exposed to your music. And then I was like, oh, who is this artist? Like, and then he was like, oh, he's like Zed Peace, like orang Brunei pa. And I'm like, this, no way in hell this is a Brunei.
Do you remember which song or what?
It
what
was
made
your
you think
album
that one?
cover yang ada the Arabic letters.
Ah, okay. Must have been Ramadan Flow.
Probably. I cannot remember. But I was like, this there's no way we have someone this talented. And at that time, I was like very skeptical about like local talents. I was like, okay, bear in mind that, don't hate me for this, but this is like way when I was younger. And I was like, this is not possible. How can this be? Like, this is insane. So that
But
was
were
the
you
first
listening
time.
to hip? I mean, were you a hip hop listener?
No.
That is-
I'm very
so you're saying in
mainstream.
general, yeah, saying
Yeah. I mean, but I was like blown away by that album, and I was like, and he would like, oh, this is Dangar Dagon, and he would know every single line.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I was like,
Uh,
damn, like, so it was very contagious, and I genuinely also liked the music. Yeah, so
thanks.
that was pretty much insane lah to me. That's when I first knew about Zed Peace.
Yeah. I guess because back then, when I was doing mixtapes, yeah, I think I was pushing them out really hard. Like I had a website that had all the music catalog on.
Yeah.
So and yeah, I guess that was why I was doing it, for people to enjoy and like showcasing.
Yeah.
Like what showcasing hip hop as like, yeah, like hip hop can be listened
Yeah,
by
the
to anyone.
Bruneian hip hop scene, right?
And
Like,
that
I
too.
think it was actually more booming than I think other genres, or maybe I wasn't just too exposed, but yours was definitely the one that was like in my head lah. Like, I
Thanks.
didn't know much about Bruneian artists back then, apart from like RTB artists, but like those are like macam normal, right? Because
Yeah.
RTB, but you weren't involved in any of that. So I was very impressed. Why did you stop? Did you ever stop making music?
No,
like- As in properly coming out with like, singles or albums?
as in, did I stop? Or no, I would say I never kind of stopped, because I still, even maybe not singles, but I still continue to do music content, let's say.
Yeah.
Like the whole Instagram, TikTok thing.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that was, I guess, I would still consider myself very like active
Yeah.
and still trying to go into the scene, still trying to develop together with other artists. So that's where I'm at, like right now as well. I don't think I would want to stop,
Yeah.
even if I wanted to, kind of thing.
Mm.
Not to say like, if I don't do it, who else will, kind of thing. But somebody has to represent like the hip hop scene here,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
like as long as I'm able to do it, I definitely will do it.
I feel
still.
like lately it has been like popping. I feel so old using the word popping, but like
popping.
it's like, yeah. Wait.
Like, you mean
What do you
the
say?
local scene, or
Yeah, the local scene. Yeah, I feel like recently,
I
like
don't know.
the
I would
past
say
few
it's gotten
years-
more quiet, to be honest. Like I think
Really?
that's the, I guess that's how the scene works anywhere. Like you'll have like spikes where like there'll be people dropping, and that's exactly why we did the hip hop festival like a few years back. Like the whole idea is that until there's more shows and platforms in the country, then yeah, it's very hard to get people to do more as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, it really goes hand in hand.
What would you say is the most the highlight of your music career that's like really in your head, like you're so proud of, like until now?
I think when we did the Kampong Boy project,
Yeah.
like just putting that
How did
together.
that come together?
So Nabil Iskandar, like a producer, like
Yeah.
Iskandar. Yeah. So Nabil's a producer, and we worked together, and decided to just do, I guess, a song that is, like a Brunei hip hop song.
Yeah.
And we came up with Kampong Boy. I brought my granddad to join the video as well, and
I
we
think I remember.
had like this touching moment where I was just connecting with my granddad. And but proudest moment, I mean, that's very subjective, right? Like I get I'm touched if like a random person approaches me and just like talks to me about music, which happens which does happen. And if I can kind of inspire people, motivate people, then that's all it is to it anyway.
Do you get recognized?
I mean, I don't know. I think in Brunei.
But do you get people coming up to you?
So once in a while, yes. And I prefer that, like as in
them letting you know, like
I mean them showing love and just taking a photo with them.
Yeah.
But Brunei, maybe, I don't know, like whether people know you or not, like
I think people know you, but sometimes they might not want to like come up,
which is fine. Like I mean, I guess like other influences might go through the same thing, right? But I guess what's nice about here is that we don't have that sensationalized like culture or like celebrity worship and these kind of things.
We don't,
which is good. Like I think that's how it should be. So people will recognize you for your efforts and talents rather than anything else other than that. By the way, are you planning to touch on the whole controversy, like Palestine-Israel? Yes. Okay. Because Fasting Bro, that was like the first thing he touched on, like as soon as we started. And I'm all open. Like any questions you want to...
Yeah, that's good. I guess we can talk about that now, just to get it out of the way. But actually, I'm more interested in another side of your life.
Yeah.
Only if you're comfortable talking about it.
Well, I mean, again...
He's already like, get cozy. If you need a pillow to hug, you can.
I'm good.
Yeah. Do you want her to sit next to you?
Anything that's like that can be beneficial for people.
I feel like not just that. I just feel like I'll get to my point later. But then again, okay, so you are a family man, right?
Yeah.
So you have a beautiful daughter. Oh my God, I just want to recap this one moment. We saw each other at Iskandar Curry House. You and your daughter. I was with Fatin. I remember like you, I don't know, I just have a soft spot for like dads and like their children because I never had a dad growing up. So whenever I see that, I immediately, I just want to cry.
Wait, so I wasn't scolding her at that time?
No. No.
Okay, so I guess you caught us in the more rare moments.
Oh, or maybe you were like trying to control, like, oh shit, there's people I know.
I remember bumping to you guys.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So what's your relationship with your daughter like?
Yeah, I think like since becoming like a dad and like having her, it really does make you, I guess, a more, a better person in a way. Like you're always thinking about others. I think that's like the big thing. Once you do have children, and parenting can have its ups and downs as well. So, but showing, just constantly giving them love and affection and the things they need. I guess like that's my. That's how I approach it.
Yeah, because like when I did, like I checked her Instagram and stuff, right? You like post her. And like it's so sweet.
Yeah. It is. Like you're on camera, she can be sweet as well, but behind the scenes, like
we get it. Like because my sisters, they have children too, and I understand how it's not all sweet and dandy sometimes.
Yeah, but other than that, like definitely for me personally, like having my daughter around, like as much as I'm with her, it really does bring like a sense of joy, happiness. I think that's like that's what it is anyway. And as much as I can, like if she ever wants to go into the creative scene and do anything,
you'd
like
support her.
Like all the way. I'll definitely support. You hear that, Mia? So I'll support you all the way.
You go, Mia. We've got your back. You've got a great mentor to learn from. He's gone through so much shit. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to go in a little bit deeper. So you are considered as a public figure and you do share your personal life on Instagram, right? So obviously, I don't want to go too much if it's triggering or like disrespectful, but what happened between you and are you separated or divorced?
Divorced, right?
Divorced.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah, I mean, like, even though I'd rather not like share these kind of things. But
Mm.
as any kind of couple or relation goes, like it was mutual. It was decided like
Mhm.
together,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, it's like you, yeah, you wish all the best for everyone,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's all there is to it, I guess.
What did you learn from the whole thing? Like I would say, yeah, your first marriage, lah. If there's anything that you wanna like, because okay, this is my whole point, right? Because like, it's a bit touchy because we live in a Muslim country,
Mhm.
but like, when I saw like you posting your engagement, I thought it was really sweet, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, he's open about it, you know. I just, because there's a lot of people who prefer staying in a situation where they are unhappy. And if there is a
Oh,
second chance to find a second chance at love, I am all for it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I am genuinely happy with you. I also wish like, whatever happened between you and your previous like wife like would be like macam not as like
Yeah,
atulah.
and I think again, the way I approach this would be like taking it positively. Like,
Mhm.
of course, again, um, like at the end of the day, it's like it's your own life, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You don't have
once
to answer
you,
to anybody.
yeah, once you, sooner you realize that, like, why do I even have to appeal to anyone? Like, it's the people that are most important to you that you
Yeah.
should be worried about. So
Because other people will always have something to say.
yeah, so
Yeah.
again, I guess it may be that, yeah, we're more conservative, so these kind of things like
Mm.
people stay away from. But yeah, uh that that pursuit of happiness that we're all trying to achieve,
Mm.
that's really important, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Was the conversation with your daughter Mia difficult to have about that?
yeah, and it always is, I guess, like it's children involved. But and that's where I guess she made things easier, I would say. Yeah, I think like once you get like the green light from like from the people that matters most, then it becomes easier.
Oh my god, I don't
And-
know why I feel so emotional.
oh really? Are you gonna cry? No.
The point is to make my guest cry, not me. but no, like I'm so touched by the whole thing. Lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I mean, whatever happened, right? People will obviously want to know, but like I'd rather not. The point is now that you're happy, your daughter is happy.
Yeah.
So how do you guys meet?
Oh, so is that what we're doing? Maybe do you want to come up? So and like I'm currently now engaged, and
Yes.
we're having our wedding soon. So just with any kind of good love story, it really is a lot of hard work and like kind of staying together kind of thing.
Wait, so who pursued who?
Well, definitely I pursued.
Oh, look
mean-
at you. Were you always good with girls, would you say?
No. not at
No, don't lie to me, Zed. Really?
No, I can safely say yes. It's not. I'm not a womanizer or anything of that sort.
I'm surprised.
So-
And that's a compliment.
What?
Yeah. I'm saying it's a compliment.
How
Yeah.
is that a compliment? You're surprised.
No, like I mean like you
You're
are
expecting me to be a womanizer.
No, come on. You're like a talented musician and you're not
But
bad on the eyes.
my public, I guess like the whole persona is like it's always been kind of like the good boy person, like
Yeah. I think
and
people see rappers as bad boys.
yeah, and I purposely never tried to
Being stereotyped as
perceive
that.
like that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no lah. I mean, I'm friendly with everyone.
Mm.
Like again, I like to talk. I like to talk conversations, and like that's all it is, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw your daughter Mia was involved in the whole proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, yeah. So it was her helping out with the engagement. Sort of.
I'm a sucker for stories like this.
Yeah, it was just that one was fun. Like
Yeah.
we kind of did like a beach proposal. So Lina, my fiance, like came to the beach, and we had like a picnic set up. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
Do you have a date?
uh
a date
Yeah,
for the big day.
which I guess there's a date, and I can't wait for everything to happen.
Oh my
So,
god, guys.
yeah.
Cute. Loves it.
Is this the direction of your podcast, like dating, relationships?
I just want to get to know you and your life. And yeah, like macam it's a good sight to see. Honestly, like I don't think people see a lot because like from my lens, I think I can safely say that's what other people see as well. So like when I see this, I do hope other people see this side to you as well.
Yeah, okay.
You know, because like everyone knows what you do almost. Like you're a musician, you're a rapper, you make board games, and then you have a podcast. But who is that? You know, this is him.
I mean, I'm always flattered if people are interested, but
Yeah.
I think the whole take of being a creative, being a content creator is, you really just want to push as much as out as you can.
Yes.
And from there, gain traction, then it becomes something a bit more commercial and so on. And but having passion as well, like if you're passionate about something, like then it becomes like that will be that's where it can become a meaningful thing rather than just doing content for no reason.
Yeah. So now we can talk about the whole basically you posted something that triggered the whole nation. In your own words, tell me what happened.
It was just another night doing another like rap video. So I posted it. Next thing I know, everything happened. So it wasn't much as in it was me expressing like a view that I wanted to express, and I guess that's why and it just snowballed into something like really out of control.
Yeah. I remember I was there in the aftermath of the whole thing. I wasn't there when it happened. Again, I'm very slow when it comes to these things. Like I try to stay away from Twitter drama. I try to stay away from any kinds of drama.
Yeah.
But I think I saw when I was going through Instagram stories, and there's this guy who posted something along the lines of, okay, I can't remember if it was Instagram or Twitter, but I can remember the words, something along the lines of, oh, I had so much respect for the dude. Like now I used to look up to him. Now I've just lost so much respect. So naturally I was like, oh, pasalapan niya. And then like any
then
other
you read it, and you read like
I was like,
else.
oh shit, like what happened? Okay, also to be honest, I wasn't so much into the whole drama because I myself consider myself very uneducated when it comes to these things. So I was like, okay, I tried to really find out what you did. And on Reddit, I could say like 90% of it were against you. Some did try to explain what you were doing, which is what you just said, which is basically just expressing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we all saw what happened on social media, but behind the scenes, what really happened? How did you react to the whole thing?
Yeah, and that's where
How did you find out?
I guess what was on social media maybe was actually much worse than what it actually was. Like, it was actually Raya during that time, right? And it was just normal time with family. Like even I guess the worst thing that came out of it for me was the cancel projects. I guess that's where the cancel culture
People
comes from.
actually, as in these are from companies and
Yeah, so pretty much brand like companies decided to cut ties. Like that actually does happen.
Oh,
like
shit.
even here they'll actually publicly cut ties with you. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
And ongoing projects as well. Like we had something that we already filmed for a client that ended up getting
axed.
Yeah. We still got paid for it, but
Yeah.
I mean, these kind of things happen. And like, I would say I'm glad it happened to me instead of somebody else. Like, I think with, at least from there, I think it softened up the social media scene after that. Like people, you don't hear anyone getting canceled anymore, like since then. So I think like it's not a thing anymore the way it was like when it did happen, because that was when
I think
the whole
only
idea of
because-
canceling was like a new thing.
Yeah, I think only because you are also a prominent figure. I consider you as a prominent figure. Maybe that's why it was such a huge thing. And it was
Yeah.
also about a topic that's a bit touchy here. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other stuff are just like small fish, you know, like, and like very small minor mistakes that probably like the drama probably lasts for like 8 hours. After that, everyone's ready to just
Yeah,
move on with their lives.
but again, I think like maybe nowadays people are more aware and careful online, like whether you're a commentator or a creator. So hopefully that may, yeah, hopefully at least those kind of things don't happen again, like this whole yeah, like a big internet drama kind of thing, because that's what I consider it. It's an internet drama. It wasn't like,
so in real life, besides
thing.
the canceled projects, everyone's still okay with you.
Yeah, of course, like I think everyone showed their support. Yeah, I mean, it had entertainment value. I mean, in the sense like people were tuning in, and I remember somebody specifically telling me like, "Oh, you know what? You'll be much bigger after this, from this whole incident, because now everyone knows you, and then you can do this." And I'm like, no, I wouldn't approach it that way, like as much as I would want. Like,
it's like the saying, like any PR, good or bad, is like
good PR. Still, right? Yeah. But again, taking it positively and just moving forward, like the usual stuff.
Did that ever affect your, like, how you present yourself on social media?
Yeah, and I can also safely say that no, that didn't change anything. Like, I'm still the same person. I still rap the same way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would continue on doing. So not so much so then, other than I might not rap about the same thing anymore, perhaps. But in terms of doing creative projects and all these things, like I'm still as keen to do like as much as I can.
You've got really tough skin.
Again, so I'm glad it happened to me. Like, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Like, if somebody like Fasting Bro was saying, like like during his podcast, like, oh, I'm just asking you these questions to prep myself in case. I'm like, no, hopefully it doesn't happen to anyone. Like, I think that's what I wish for. After this, so let it just happen to me, and that's it. And like, so far so good. No one else has been like axed that
it is a scary thing, Pulang. Like, macam to be discussed. Seeing your, I don't know lah about you, but seeing your name being mentioned on a public forum is like actually really scary, because anyone can just like
being discussed negatively, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, for me, any type of discussion, I'd rather not see my name on it.
Well, I mean, if it's recognition, of course, like that's fine. I mean, that's okay. But I guess don't pay attention to it. Like, really, like, whereas for me, like I would actually read through some of the comments, and actually some of them were actually quite funny, and like,
wait, you actually read through all the comments?
Again, I don't get too bothered by these things.
I am impressed now.
Like, okay, why would you get bothered? Like,
because
you
like
made a mistake.
Sometimes you feel like,
are they paying you money? Like, if they're not, then no, you have like I don't have anything to do with it.
Is it also because you have already at that point when you read all that, okay, shit, okay, I fucked up?
I never thought that way. In a way, I think like actually I still ended up leaving the post up, because I still
wait, it's still on your IG?
No, so I did eventually take it down after like family was advising, like, oh, I better just take it down. Like, okay, mom, I'll take it down. So yeah, I mean,
listen to mama.
So yeah, and everything else just just lay low for a while, didn't post anything much, and people forget. Again, people have short attention spans. And like if they still feel some kind of way about something that you did before, then really, again, like, it's nothing to do with you. So yeah, again, hopefully no one goes through anything like that like after this. And it's good to see that like now, especially like after COVID, like things are picking up again. We'll hopefully get to see more like things like this, more events, and so on. So
after the whole thing, you started a podcast, FAXX of Life.
So last year was like me on podcast mode, like what you're feeling right now. So that was me last year, like really just like getting inspired by all these podcasts like out there. People like Joe Rogan, Logan, like Impulsive, Full
my god, I am wait, I don't know why at the back of my head I was like, maybe I would never, I don't know, I was like, macam did he get inspired by impulsive ka?
So
I was like,
not
wow.
specifically
When you said
impulsive.
that, I'm like,
No, it was definitely that style of podcast, as in you want to have group discussions and all that. So that was what we launched last, like the whole of last year, and yeah, that was really fun. I guess
Yeah.
that's when between music and podcast, like both are so much fun. I feel
yeah.
so it's something that which is why like I'm still keen on doing both.
Yeah,
like,
so
still.
because it's always sometimes people are like they put you in a box. You started out as a musician, they forever want to see you as a musician, right? So like, but you've branched out quite well. You made a board game, you made games, you started a podcast, FAXX of Life, the
Yeah.
#1 podcast in Brunei. Is it really?
We talked about that with Fasting Pro. I think
Yeah.
I gave him the title now. So
Okay,
unless you want to take it on,
we'll see.
whoever can get the biggest guests and like of course how many episodes you run. So I concede defeat. I'm 15 episodes in.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead, take the title if you want to.
Why did you stop?
So it was just more on I want to revamp. So I want to get new equipment and all these things and like hopefully start again soon.
Okay.
But yeah, podcast is really fun. Hopefully all your guests have been like smooth. And
You're
no
the second
issues.
one.
So
In the
all
future.
the best. Yeah, all the best. Like
thank you.
you could not to say that there might be drama on screen.
Yeah.
Like usually not, but in other podcasts around the world, like sometimes drama could actually start like right here.
No.
So especially if the guests, especially if, like the host, like says something wrong or anything, right? But yeah,
I mean, I sent you a long ass letter, so like I'm trying to not have drama.
no, I think people here like are really welcoming anyway. So yeah, it's I use that opportunity. I would say. Like,
Who out of all your guests is your favorite,
and
why?
that's a tough one. I would say they're all my favorite. Could I say that?
No.
Okay. Well, one that stand out was definitely a French guy.
Xavier.
Yeah. I think it's Xavier.
Xavier.
Yeah, not Xavier.
Not
He-
X-Men.
He corrected, yeah.
Okay.
Not the American.
Not Javier.
Xavier. With
Xavier.
With an X.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first time meeting him and getting to see that guy does not care about or like monetizing from his content. Like he genuinely does it for the love of creating content. And like I remember him telling us that the reason he did the content in the first place was because it was COVID at that time, and he wanted to do like these funny videos to send to his children who were overseas, his daughters. So and that became like posting it there for family to see, and just became like something much bigger. Like now he has like millions of views.
He
on TikTok.
does. Like his hashtag reached like millions.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like on TikTok lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
he's
TikTok
got that many
especially.
views. Yeah, I remember. He's also got his like fair share of being controversial.
Yeah, I remember him telling. Yeah, he actually shared like some bits, but Rozan Yunus was also really interesting.
Oh, I've
So
always wanted to speak to him.
he was good. And also like I would say, because we had a variety of guests. I think bringing people from the Dakwa scene as well, like we had Ustaz Yusuf, come on, and yeah, that's where you as a podcast, like how you want to shape like the discussion. That's where the audience will be like tuning in. But yeah, inshallah. I mean, I can't pinpoint like one guest like that really well so far. But do you plan to bring on any like? Who do you target?
I love this guy because he's a podcaster, so he's like asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking
questions.
you as
Like-
if this is my podcast. Asking IZZY. So what are you up to, bro? Do you have like somebody that you target that you want to bring on?
I have 50 names on my
50.
list. 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So so far I've asked about 5 or 6.
Okay.
You including, and the first guys, they've all said yes. Yeah, and I can't wait to have them on lah and
All
just sembang.
Yeah, I think. And so after the 50 guests, what's your plan after that?
Hopefully by then I don't need to do podcasting anymore.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in terms of like what you can do, how you can branch out with something like podcast is when you can invite guests overseas to come here, or you can host a podcast overseas.
Oh yeah.
But that would be, I mean, so that's so we had one episode where we shot in KL.
You did.
So Sona One was our guest,
Yeah.
and that was also like really like a memorable moment too. We literally did what you guys did, like set up here like at like our Airbnb, and just like did the podcast, and that was like quite nice.
I really like how I mean, there are probably other Bruneians who've started, but I'm sorry, probably I've never heard of them, but you're the first Bruneian that I know that also, again, popped up. Oh my God, you keep popping up in my life here and there at every point in my life. Yeah. So like first like Bruneian rapper, and then first Bruneian podcast.
I wouldn't say first.
I know. I mean, the ones that IZZY's first.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
IZZY's first Bruneian rapper, IZZY's first Bruneian podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think last year, yeah, definitely podcast was a new thing, and there wasn't a lot. And yeah, I would say like I was one of the first ones to started it.
So what's next for you, apart from the revamping of the podcast?
So yeah, busy month for me. Like it's my wedding month, and once
Oh my God, this month rupanya.
This month, yeah. So beautiful month of May.
Yeah, how's preparation been going?
Yeah,
and sempat lagi the Zed Peace tour to going to everyone's podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Like
right?
what the
I should be like
priorities.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Things are so preparations are going on the way. So and after that settles down, yeah, back to the grind.
Yeah.
Like the creative projects. So excited. I'm definitely excited. Showcase like 2023. There's really a lot like we can do like this year, and I'm just excited.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is music?
And I hope you guys are excited.
Is music in the plans, like a proper full album?
Music video releases.
Yeah,
so I think
are those considered like singles?
Yeah, singles. Okay. And I don't know if I'm still banned on radio, but if I can be on radio again, like I definitely would love to be.
Yeah, guys, I think we're over it. Yeah,
hopefully.
we're over it. Yeah, like
do you be surprised though? Like like some people are still like feeling.
People have done worse, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, music releases, singles, and shows again. Definitely want to restart that.
Yeah. I think the last live show I saw you in was that was it called Veranda?
Next Up Festival, right?
Yeah.
So that one was fun in terms of understanding the whole process of doing
events,
like a show events.
Oh yeah, like getting approval.
Yeah, like the whole like few weeks of like hustle. So Next Up Festival, 12 rap acts, and then COVID happened and we couldn't organize another show. So something that I'm also like keen on as well, like live events, music shows. But then again, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say all these things.
Oh yeah, and then 23, this is all tentative.
So yeah,
he's got a live also.
So really like, or hoping to see more of as well, like other people doing more things, like music events. Definitely, we need more of that.
What do you think of the music scene in Brunei now?
I still try to keep a close ear, as in like what's out there. And yeah, I said it earlier, like I think it might have gone a bit quiet like so far, but
is there anyone in particular that you're looking out for that is like, oh, he could be, or he or she could be like the next big thing?
Yeah, I mean, we had Shafiq on the podcast last year, and like Shafiq Abdillah.
Yeah,
so he's good. Like
he's a friendly guy.
Funny guy,
yeah, friendly and funny. Like I don't know him personally, but I know him from TikTok, I think. Yeah, and then like every time I see him outside, he also tagore. Yeah, and
like talented as well. Like really, like the song that he can really write songs as well. So, yeah, and people doing stuff outside as well. Like I think that always catches my eye. Like if you can do something outside, like then, like
would you ever explore that opportunity? Still, like given the chance to.
Yeah, so I think besides really trying to do more here, of course, doing content outside as well is a target.
Yeah,
I think that's what yeah, during the discussion with Sono One in KL as well, like I guess traveling and music and yeah, like creative content as well, like those, that is uh the height you want to achieve. You want
Yes.
that, you want to be able to showcase
Yeah,
like
branch out
everywhere
out of Brunei,
outside.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, I think that would definitely be like the direction to go.
Yeah.
Like you want to set your sights out like outside.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I don't want to jinx any
No,
of
no,
this.
no.
So hopefully,
It's we're manifesting it.
better. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If
just
you
try our
believe it.
best. I believe in working hard.
Yes.
I believe like
That too.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if you really want to achieve something, like go for it. And like nothing and no one is really there to stop you but yourself, kind of thing. So yeah, 2023.
2023 is the year.
Oh, you actually prepared questions.
Yeah.
Actually. Oh,
Yeah.
this is new. What else is there?
Why?
Usually, you know,
You
that's
just try to go free flow.
Yeah.
No, because like like there are certain, like when I have people on, right?
Yeah.
I have something, even though I have something specific I want to ask them, but I also want to like get to know them genuinely, which is what I did with you, and you've more than enough given me.
Yeah,
and
I think if the
sharing.
guest is Anang Jinis likes to share
Yeah.
stories and stuff, like that's when it becomes interesting.
Yeah.
So even when I was doing the podcast, the ones that shared the most, that's when you can really bounce
Right?
the discussion around.
Yeah, and it's so easier that way.
Yeah.
Like macam, and like making them feel comfortable lah. For me, it's like the most thing. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, if you're comfortable sharing,
Yeah.
like, you know.
So don't worry about me. I actually do podcasts as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you
it's
know how
like-
it feels.
Yeah.
Oh, but I prepare questions and you don't. But I mean, you probably because you're doing a better job.
I mean, it's always good to prepare beforehand. Like in some cases, yeah, we do have some questions like we'll brainstorm to ask.
Yeah.
But again, it's the guests that really, if they shine, then the whole show shines, kind of thing, right?
How old are you, by the way?
I'm turning 35 this year.
Ah, you don't. I look
think.
way older than you, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just a few years younger. Plus
yeah,
I'm
I'm
40.
getting old though. Like I think that's why, like at this point, doing what you, like, just doing what you feel you want to do. Like I wanted to create a card game, just like
Yeah.
do it. I want to do a podcast, just like do
Like I feel like growing older, you give less fucks, which is why it's like
Yeah, I think
I
that's it.
love when people say, "Oh, you're 30." Macam, like people are like very like macam, you know, "Oh, you're 30 ka." Like, tapi macam I'm like, yeah, I'm 30 and I'm actually like enjoying life.
You mean
like-
okay, but if they, as in you don't look your age, is that
No,
why they
they're
ask?
like macam, you know how people tua sudah, like you know, like they make that joke,
Okay.
and people think I take offense, but I'm like enjoying my 30s. I feel like I'm in my 30s and thriving because I think when you're younger, obviously you're still trying to mold yourself. There's a lot of noise, people telling you, don't do this, don't do that. So like you're like, what do I really want?
Yeah, I think by 30 you realize
By 30,
like,
you're
you
really
know
like,
what?
you know what?
Let me just
Do whatever I want.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's the but still trying to have like strong work ethic and all those things. Those don't change.
Mm.
Age is just a number. Like,
Yeah,
you'll get
yeah.
older by the year.
Mm. So you're 35 now. How old were you when you had Mia?
Oh, 24,
Oh my God.
I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah. She's 9. She's turning 9 this year. She's also getting big.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's great to see. I mean, like, again, parenting really does change the way you see the world.
Mm.
So, like, yeah, I'm fortunate enough to be like a young parent. But something that, yeah, you'll only know once you're there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I have friends who just have their firstborns, and I could-
Stressing out or what?
they're surprisingly they're handling it really well. Yeah, but not that I had any expectation. I'm just like, wow, they're really like, you. Sometimes it's just instinct, you know,
Yeah.
like you just sometimes like I don't know. But then again, I guess some people are more fortunate than others. So I have seen people who struggle with raising a child, but I do see some people who just, it was a breeze in the park, You know,
Yeah.
I guess it just all depends on how every person was raised from they were little, you know, like how they are, how they're able to handle like the stress of raising a child. Yeah.
Yeah, I think once you yourself become a parent, that's like, that's when everything you know
Goes up.
apply. Like, well,
Oh,
that's when you should apply everything you know,
Oh, okay.
right? So
We're clearly different.
yeah, so, you'll get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think once you have a handle on that, then things get easier. Well, as easy as it can be.
So, what would be the one big advice you would give me if I
you're
were to
gonna
have a
go
child?
on advice.
Yeah.
So advice on a child.
Yeah, if I were to, oh my God, I have a child now, Zed. Like, what do I do? What's one big advice you would tell me?
I'm not somebody you want to get advice from. Like really, like how your outlook on life. Like, is it positive or is it negative? Like, start with that.
Okay.
Like, if it's positive, then yeah, like you're on the right track at least. So if you're good person, kind-hearted, like that's like the building blocks of it all, right? Everything else is just detail. Was that like a profound thing to say?
Okay lah.
Everything's just detailed.
Yeah, everything's in the details. How are you as a boyfriend? Are you a romantic guy?
I tried to be.
Yeah.
But in general, again, I'm more.
I should be asking her this. Is he romantic?
I am.
Oh my God, does he like rap to you?
Yeah. Why you gotta expose
Yeah.
stuff?
Zed, are you gonna perform on your wedding day or not?
I am performing
Oh my
a
God.
new song that I wrote for Lina.
Oh my God. I look forward to seeing it in social media on social media.
So I'll see how I can do it though. I mean,
Yeah.
there'll be some videographers as well.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, we'll see. I like at this point.
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
just
don't
what-
spoil it
yeah.
for her. Save it too. I want a song too. Can you rap something out of Easy Does It? Wait, is it really just spontaneous ka when you rap, or is it like written?
Oh, you mean
pre-written?
like the video Instagram? Stuff?
On in general.
It's all writing for me.
Okay,
I like to
okay.
write. Like
Yeah.
some people actually do freestyle, but for me personally, it's writing. It's like doing the whole
Yeah.
lines.
So if I put you on the spot and ask you to rap for me,
like a freestyle,
yeah.
not a chance. Bro. No. The number of times I turned that down.
Yeah.
Like, can you rap?
Really?
I mean, unless there's something I could like.
I can give you a beat. Does that help?
I was saying something monetary.
Oh.
No, I'm okay. Like, no, I'm not that good. I'm not a good freestyler.
Okay.
Like, I wish I was, but I'm not. I've seen people who can freestyle like really good, really well. Not me. So I stick to writing, stick to becoming a vocal, recording, more in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
fun stuff.
God, I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
New chapter of your life. Very
Yeah,
exciting
pretty much.
time to be Zed Peace.
Again, just a regular person wishing like everyone all the best. Like really.
So humble, this guy.
No, I mean like I think that is what we need to be, like wishing everyone all the best.
Yeah.
I think if you're somebody who writes hate comments and like goes spewing like toxic stuff on online, like that's like not the way.
I mean, like I said this also before, like people who are haters in general, not just on the internet, because they are like that, is because they're unhappy with themselves and they might not know it. They might even hate on me for saying that too, but like it's truth. If you're happy living your life, you wouldn't waste time caring about what other people do. You would just be focusing on your own life, you know?
Yeah, so something that like even you're bound to get some sort of criticism or anything in whatever you do. So like stick to those, like just keep doing what you're doing. And I think like you can't go wrong with that.
I know you say like it doesn't affect you so much when the whole thing happened, right? But was there anything in particular that really felt like when you read it, it went through your heart? Like, oh,
well, just in
why are they
general,
gonna-
like people wishing me to go to hell for like all those kind of things.
So that only.
No, I mean,
yeah.
it didn't affect me more so than like, wow, like, what did I do?
Yeah,
Like,
like people are actually capable of saying those things. Lah,
Yeah.
I feel.
yeah, I guess like, and whenever I do look back, it's almost like we laugh about it.
Yeah.
Remember the controversy?
Yeah. So that was not the lowest point of your life, you feel like?
I mean, I don't try to look at life as like highs and lows, like rather than like just
One
whether you're working hard
thing.
or whether you're not working hard.
Yeah.
So like whether you have your eyes off the ball or on the ball kind of thing. So yeah, that definitely wasn't like a low point at all.
Okay.
If anything, that was like
A learning curve.
yeah, something you learn from.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a very introspective. I think if that's I think if you can take your guests back to like things that they've gone through, it's like a therapy session.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've gotten a lot out of you.
Yeah,
Not just like you opening up, but I feel like throughout the whole thing you were also giving me tips, which I appreciate.
So yeah, I really do wish you all the best too
Yeah.
for the podcast.
I really appreciate you coming on to
thanks
IZZY
for
Does
having
It.
me.
Yeah, and thank you for like, even though I was nervous about reaching out, but like the moment you said yes, I'm like, whoa, this guy is like already like.
I thought
cool.
I thought you knew me from like, or
What?
I mean, I don't see you as like a stranger at all.
Maybe
Right.
it's just me, but like I mean, because we've never.
I mean, you talked to me when we were eating murtabak, right? Like that time.
No, did
Didn't
I?
you? Yeah, I
I thought
think
I
you
just
were-
said hi.
Okay, maybe. I don't
Is
know.
it another Iskandar?
Or maybe Fatin was like,
I think Fatin.
'cause she went to
Okay,
the
so between
show.
me and Fatin, she's friendlier than I am.
mm.
She would be the one.
Yeah, she was. I think.
Yeah, she would
starting
make the effort to
conversation.
say hi and make conversations. Me, I just shy away and run away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, but yeah, like I appreciate you seeing me that way, but I see you now that way, and I really appreciate your
Yeah.
company tonight.
All good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
That was amazing. I don't have an outro, by the way.